I mean, just think about it for a second. When someone gets a little too close, when you feel like they're starting to see past the carefully crafted performance, what's the first instinct? Is not to lean in, is it? No, it's to retreat, to look for the nearest exit. Because that kind of authentic closeness, it just feels like a threat. And opening up, being vulnerable, well, that doesn't register as an act of connection. It registers as an act of danger. Your mind is just screaming at you that being vulnerable is like handing someone a weapon they're definitely going to use against you eventually. And this is the internal lie we've all been taught, right? That being raw, being truly honest, letting that mask slip even for a second, well, that means you're fragile, you're unsafe. We get so used to our survival strategies that we start to think they're our actual identity. We mistake the armor for our own skin. And here it is. This is the absolute core of the conflict. On one hand, you have this deep, profound longing to be known, to be held, to be accepted for who you really are. And that collides head on with this absolute terror that if anyone ever saw that real person, they would leave. For sure, this really reframes what intimacy is, doesn't it? It's not soft, it's not gentle, it's a violent revelation. It's the stripping away of every single defense we've ever built. And to our insecurity, that feels like total annihilation. So this fear doesn't just stay a feeling, it builds into specific behaviors. And insecurity is clever. It doesn't just run away from intimacy, it finds ways to actively destroy it. And the craziest part, it often does it under the guise of love itself. Okay, so this is the first mask, performance. You know the one, the grand gestures, the non-stop compliments, this whole perfect partner show. It looks like devotion, but it's really a transaction. It's just an attempt to buy approval, to prove you're worthy, so you never, ever have to risk being seen without the whole spectacle. Then, of course, there's the silence, the classic retreat during a conflict, that smile you put on when you really want to scream. You tell yourself you're keeping the peace, but what are you really doing? You're slowly, deliberately starving the connection of the one thing it needs to survive, and that's truth. And maybe the most tragic form of sabotage is this one, pushing your partner away with constant tests of loyalty. You create distance just to see if they'll chase you. You pick fights just to demand proof of their love. But you're not actually looking for protection. What you're doing, probably unconsciously, is guaranteeing the very abandonment you're so terrified of. So what's the real cost of living behind all this armor? It's more than just loneliness. It's this deep, tragic irony that plays out in the ruins of the relationships we wanted most. Really, let this one sink in for a minute. The end of a relationship, it rarely comes from a failure of love. It comes when one person just can't survive the constant tests anymore, the withdrawal, the performances. They leave because the fear has completely poisoned the connection, maybe beyond repair. And that is the ultimate cost. It's a life spent starving in a crowded room. You're surrounded by people who might even love the mask you wear, but there's not one person who has ever truly seen you. It's this profound, crushing isolation of being known for your performance, but not for your soul. So where does all this leave us? Look, there are no easy answers here. There's no 5-step plan that's going to magically erase the fear. There's only a recognition of the path. The only way through all this is to accept that real, authentic connection isn't found in safety. It's found in risk. It's found in that terrifying, uncertain act of taking off the armor, piece by painful piece, and daring to be seen with absolutely no guarantee of how the world is going to respond. If something in this story reached you, stay close. There's always more beneath the surface. If this spoke to you, Like and subscribe to The Root Within.